3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Small Talk on the Mats. My next guest is someone I met through jiu-jitsu who ended up becoming a good friend of mine here. He's a first-degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's an Army veteran. He's an avid bow hunter, and he also loves teaching martial arts and firearms. We'll get into that here later a bit. And a strong Christian and a proud American. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you here today my guest, Richard Padilla.
What's up, brother?
What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Yeah, it has been. Yeah. I'm excited to have you on. I'm excited to ask you these questions so myself and the audience could get to know you a little better, put you in the spotlight. That's the point of this entire podcast, is just getting people to know you as a person. Okay. So we'll jump into it.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So the first topic I have here is your personal and background. By the way, I categorize my questions so I stay on topic because I'm a squirrel with this stuff. So, so for the first question, for those who don't know you yet, let's break it down here for an icebreaker. How would you describe who Richard Padilla is?
Pause. First of all, I don't really like to talk about myself. I don't like to gloat. I don't walk around wearing jiu-jitsu shirts, and there's one other dude that knows I do jiu-jitsu at work, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm very reserved, you know what I mean? But to describe myself, I try to get I've got a lot of hobbies. I believe in God, you know what I mean? I love my kids, I love my family, you know, and I guess one thing that I'm pretty proud of is being persistent. If I start something, no matter what it is, or if I say something, I'll follow through with it, right?
Yeah.
With like, for example, in the Army, right? You got to go out and do PT. You do a 10-mile run, and I hated running.
Yeah.
I hated every minute of it. But no matter what, I'm proud to say I never stopped. I never gave up.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. The road guards never had to come and pick my ass up. Right? Yeah. Never. And I made it a point to never stop. Right. Whether, you know, it's jiu-jitsu or hunting. Hunting's a big one, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's times where I've been out solo hunting. One particular hunt, 23 days solo hunting.
Wow.
Up and down. I mean, this is probably my late 20s, early 30s, right?
Yeah.
But I was so gung-ho about it. And I loved every minute of it. Being by myself, being out with nature, doing what I love doing, right? Up and down, miles and miles a day.
Yeah.
And every day, I mean, there would be days, many days in a row where I wouldn't see an elk.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see anything, right? So, but I didn't want to quit.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to succeed no matter what. So finally, after that 23-day hunt, the last hour, the last day of the hunt, I was successful.
Nice.
And it paid off, right?
Yeah.
So no matter what you do, no matter what I try to do, I don't give up. I don't want to give up.
Good.
But I got to be passionate about it, right? I mean, there's a lot of things I don't really care about.
Yeah.
And I'll probably never do, but like jiu-jitsu, right? I mean, it's something that I've always wanted to do. Am I jumping off topic here?
No,
okay?
You're good. This is your show.
So as far as like jiu-jitsu is concerned, right? I mean, I grew up loving Bruce Lee, right? I loved watching martial arts movies. But at that time, when I was younger, I always wanted to get into martial arts some way or somehow, right? But we just didn't have the money for it growing up. So I never had the opportunity. I wanted to get into taekwondo, whatever, right? I loved it. I'd go and buy freaking foam nunchucks and beat myself over the head just trying to learn, you know what I mean, on my own. Yeah. So I never had the opportunity. So later on in life, and I wasn't even trying to get into jiu-jitsu. My son, whom I've never really pushed to do anything, right? But I would encourage him to try basketball, baseball, you know, all these sports. He's done them all.
Yeah.
Nothing ever stuck. I don't know if it was a team sport thing or what. One day, I'm like, he was like 10 years old. And I'm like, there was a jiu-jitsu place that opened right down the street from where I lived. I would pass by it every day and look at it and think about it, right? Because I love MMA.
Yeah.
From day one, UFC 1, right?
Yeah.
Royce Gracie, right?
Yeah.
And he wasn't really doing anything, so I was like, well, do you want to try this? He's like, sure.
Yeah.
That was the end of it, man. He's still doing it today. He's 26 years old.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he loves it. My daughter loves it. It took me a while to get started, though.
Yeah.
I'm very introverted.
Yeah.
I would be the last person just to go on my own to walk into academy and step on the mat. There's
Yeah.
no way. I just don't feel comfortable with that, right?
Yeah.
But it took him. He was training for about a year. My daughter started about 6 months after him.
Mm-hmm.
Some neighbors started. I got the neighbors' kids started before I started, right? Then their mom started. I'm like, all these people are doing jiu-jitsu, and then so I'd go and watch for the whole year, right?
Yeah.
And you get to know the guys, not only the professor, the other guys. You get to know the other guys training, right?
Yeah.
Joke around with them.
Yeah.
Finally, one day, my daughter was going to do adult class or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I stayed there just to chill, just to watch them, right?
Yeah.
And I remember that day, they were all lined up. There was about 15 people lined up against the wall getting ready to start. And I'm the only one sitting on the chairs, right? And they're like, come and try it, come and try it. I'm like, no. I used to always joke, like, I don't know, I know gun fu. I don't know, how do you even know that shit? So anyway, they got me to get on the mat that day. And since that day, man, just took me a while, but got it going on, man.
Awesome.
Love it.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, cool little background story to break the ice here. So, growing up as a native Purqueño, how did Albuquerque shape your values and outlook on life?
Ooh, man, Albuquerque's changed so much since I was growing up, man.
Yeah.
The city's definitely grown. It's changed. I mean, Rio Rancho in itself wasn't even here when I was growing up, hardly.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I had a really good upbringing. You know, good Chicano values, and you know what I mean. Family first. And, you know, you love your family, and still to this day, my family is there to support me no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have, you know, we're not as close as we used to be since my grandmother. You know, your grandmother passes away, and people start separating a little bit. You know what I mean? But one thing I can tell you, man, my family's there for me no matter what, man.
Good.
Like my dad passed away last year, and they came in and helped me do all that. Man, it was amazing to see how much love. And you know, you kind of, you know, when you're young, you don't really appreciate that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But my family, man, growing up, the way my family was, you know, both sides, my mother's side and my dad's side. You know what I mean? But it's, as far as growing up in Albuquerque, man, I don't know if it's really common, but I basically grew up with my grandparents.
Okay.
So my grandparents' house was the hub,
Mm-hmm.
right? So all my cousins were always there. My first cousins were always there. So we were like brothers and sisters growing up.
Yeah.
So
right.
it's cool to intermix, to mix with those. And you know, I don't see that in a lot of families today.
Yeah.
I don't like that. It's not. It's a little bit different, right?
I agree.
Till us, of course, I grew up old school with my grandparents. You know what I mean? It just, yeah. I mean, I'm lucky to have close connections with my cousins today. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my family today. Not that we see each other all the time, but it's a good feeling to know that they've got my back. You know what I mean? A lot of families not like that. You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes people find family in other ways. You know, through friends or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
man, but going back to the city, whew, man, the city, it's tough, man. It's violent.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know.
Yeah.
And my daughter's out there fighting crime
Yeah.
in Albuquerque.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. Like, my daughter's not even that age yet, and I'm scared.
Yeah.
So you've been a soldier, as we mentioned. You've formerly owned a business. You're a martial artist, telecom professional, which we'll get into here in a little bit too. But what ties all those experiences together for you?
Curiosity, I guess. You know, I mean, I find, just like I was talking about before, you know, I find things that I enjoy, not work so much, but you know what I mean. I've been there for 26 years, so I guess the persistency goes into play with that, right?
That's a long time.
You know, that's a long time. And repeat the question again.
Yeah, of course. So you've been a soldier, business owner, martial artist, and a telecom professional. What ties all those experiences together for you?
I think it's just my personality, man. I mean, never giving up, you know. I mean, I think definitely not only those things, but growing up, how I grew up, right?
Yeah.
And everything that you mentioned kind of defines you in a different way, right? Whether it's the military, whether it's martial arts, even my career, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of break down each one of those individually in my life, right? I mean, I'm super proud. I joined the military for only one reason only, to stay out of trouble.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I started getting myself into trouble in high school, and it's a funny story. My dad had no idea I was joining the Army. I went and joined, and I told my dad I needed a ride to the airport. Why? I joined the Army. He's like, what the yeah, I got another funny story about that, but
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. So I just wanted to keep myself. I just, maybe at the time I wasn't thinking of wanted to be successful. I just wanted to keep myself out of trouble.
Yeah.
So like, the Army kind of shaped me in a certain way, right? I mean, kind of makes you a little OCD, I think, a little bit, maybe when you get out. You know what I mean? And you know, it's funny because I've been out of the Army since, God, 25 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Forever. But it kind of defines you in a way, right? It makes you somebody maybe different, maybe disciplined for sure, right? Discipline, and then you don't lose that. You don't really lose that mentality. I don't think. I mean, at least I haven't. People join the military for different reasons and whatever, but you know, some people get out and they don't want nothing to do with the military. But I'm super proud. I'd do it all over again in a heartbeat. Yeah, you know what I mean. And sometimes I look back, wish I would have stayed in. You know, but things change. You know what I mean? Change. Whether throughout your career, whether it's military, your own personal civilian career, or whatever, things change, and you know, you just have to get out when you gotta get out. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's a good way to put things right there in perspective. So we'll jump into martial arts and family. So as you mentioned, you and your kids both do jiu-jitsu. You're a black belt. Your kids are both brown belts, right? Okay. So you shared a little bit of how that journey started. What are some lessons from jiu-jitsu or martial arts in general? What lessons have you carried over into your daily life?
Years ago, I mean, I've been doing, how long have I been doing jiu-jitsu? 17 years, something like that, 18, something. Anyway, so I used to always hear from the guys I used to train with that jiu-jitsu is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. They'd always say that, and I never really understood what that meant, right? And it can mean a lot of different things for different people, right? But for me, it's like how I carry myself, right? Not with cockiness, but with confidence.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just a way of life, right? It's just like somebody wants to read a book, you know what I mean? They're book readers, whatever, right? Jiu-jitsu is just a way of life. It's just the way you carry yourself, and it's almost somewhat hard to explain. It's just like explaining what camaraderie is in the military, right? You know what I mean? Unless you've been there, you've done that. Yeah. It's I mean, it's even hard for me to. I mean, like I said, confidence. Proud. I'm very proud of the fact that I didn't give up. You know what I mean? Proud of myself, because that's something that I've always wanted. Like going back to what I was talking about, being a kid, wanting to be in the martial arts. Well, when I started jiu-jitsu, I wasn't thinking, my goal wasn't to become a black belt. My goal was just to show up every freaking day and grind. And that's the same way with life, right? Show up every day and just grind.
That's it.
And I didn't, it's funny because when you get into jiu-jitsu, right, you got your white belt and you can't wait to get that second stripe, that third stripe, even that fourth stripe, right? Fourth stripe. And then there comes a time where like, man, I don't know if I'm ready for that next promotion. I don't know if I'm ready for that next stripe. Am I capable? For yourself, right? Other people see you as capable, but you know what I mean? Do you have that ability to progress?
Right.
Right? Sometimes there's times where you don't want that stripe. You don't feel like you're ready, right?
Right.
And it doesn't matter because it's your own journey.
Yeah.
And that's your own lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You incorporate that into your own life. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Not everybody's going to be a top level competitor, right? People do it as hobbies. We're fathers. We're husbands. We got jobs. You know what I mean? We're there for different. Everybody's there for different reasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's young guys that go in there and they want to be MMA stars, and wrestlers want to go in there and they go up against a 120-pound blue belt and they get smashed and they walk out the door because they got an ego. They don't want to come back. But I did not get in it. I mean, of course, as a kid, you're thinking like, oh man, that black belt looks cool around my waist, and that'd be so cool to do that. You know what I mean? And even now, like I said, I don't really talk about it, jiu-jitsu much, outside of jiu-jitsu itself. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't want to make people think that I'm like some arrogant dude. You know what I mean? I mean, I am very proud of the fact that I am a black belt. And it's something that I guess you could say that I've always wanted. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's something that I've worked for.
Right. Yeah. You've earned it.
Something that I wasn't given to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something that I had to earn.
Yeah. Something you should be proud of for sure.
It's exactly right. Exactly. And that's, you want to be very proud of the fact, you know what I mean? But everybody has their own journey. Everybody gets promoted in different ways and in different time frames, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about, oh, that person should be a blue belt, that person should be a purple belt. It doesn't freaking matter what other people think. It's your own journey. Yeah. And if somebody promotes you, that means you deserve to be there, right? At least that's the way I believe, right? Yeah. It's not easy though, man. Jiu-jitsu, especially I started in my mid-30s, and I've had some injuries that'll be with me for the rest of my life. A couple surgeries. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've had to take time off. But man, one thing that I really love about jiu-jitsu, more than almost as much as jiu-jitsu itself, is teaching jiu-jitsu. It's showing people and seeing people progress with the things that I've taught them. Yeah. And makes me feel proud for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? When I see somebody that's making a mistake and I can fix that little thing, you know what I mean, and help them. Yeah. And see it work for them, I love it. But everybody's different, right? Everybody chooses their own game. Meaning in jiu-jitsu, like your body type, right? A big guy's gonna roll differently than a small guy, right? Yeah. So you have to learn ways on how your body moves. You know what I mean? It takes time, though. It takes a lot of time. Yeah. To figure out what works for you. And I like seeing that in people. I like seeing them progress. Yeah. And it makes me feel really, really, really good. But yeah. It took some getting used to because seems like I'm talking a lot now, but I'm not really a talker. I'm introverted, but I think the mats has helped me with that, right? Being around other people, being close with people, you know what I mean? Having their sweat drip on you. And then as far as like being able to talk to people and explain things in detail somewhat, best I can, on how to do things, right? And it's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling when you able to have that, I guess, the confidence that you know your sport well enough to where you're able to pass things on that you've learned over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how it's not easy, man, because you're on the mats and you're white belt, blue belt, whatever, right? And it's all freaking brand new, even purple belts, and professionals show you something, and you do 1, 2, 3, and you walk away and you forget what the hell they just showed you, right? You're like, how did I do my leg this way? How did I do that way? You know what I mean? But a good professional is going to help you, get it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Spend the time with you and get it right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Got to get it right. It doesn't matter if you're a black belt, right? Black belt, we do things they do things, maybe something that somebody else can see. No, even if it's a lower belt, to see that maybe you can fix it doing something, move your leg a little bit this way, or, hip escape or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's all in the details. Yeah.
So many. It's never ending.
Yeah.
Never ending.
I like the way you break it down, though. That's pretty cool. So, how has training together, like with your family, your both your kids, how has training together strengthened your bond as a family?
Well, currently, my son moved to Austin, so he's living in Austin right now, training out there.
That's arguably the best place to be for jiu-jitsu, I would say.
Well, depends. I've always heard that the Mecca has always been San Diego.
Okay. Oh yeah, San Diego's a huge one too. Yeah.
I mean, LA and San Diego.
Yeah.
San Diego, yeah. But it's nice to have something that we have in common, right? Especially with my son, because my son wasn't really a sports guy. I'm a sports guy, you know what I mean? I love baseball and basketball. I played all that growing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to be able to finally find something that we can both bond on, you know what I mean? And see him grow and progress, and that dude's a beast, man. Kid's a beast. He used to train at Jackson's for a little while. He's kind of I was hoping he'd be a little bit of a prospect, because he's a big dude, man. 6'3", muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, got the cauliflower ear. So, he hates it though. He hates the cauliflower ear, man. He hates it. He wish he didn't have it. I used to drain his ears. That's probably why they're jacked up.
Damn. A lot of people would die for cauliflower ear too. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, some people get it in a month. Some people never get it their entire lives.
Yeah.
It just depends, right?
Yeah.
Good ears, bad ears, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to bond. Man, he used to love to compete. Pretty successful competitor. I used to love watching him compete.
Yeah.
Cheering him on. My daughter too. My daughter, she was not so much spazzy. I would say aggressive.
Okay.
Very, very aggressive jiu-jitsu player. Her idol, of course, at that time when she was younger, was Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
What did Ronda Rousey always do? Arm bars.
Yeah.
Man, she freaking ripped people's arms off, man. But there was no, like I said, she was aggressive, so she didn't really know how to control it. She just wanted to rip people's arms off.
Yeah.
But I'm just proud of him, man. Proud of him. I'm happy looking back that I was able to get into something that's, I think it's the ultimate life skill.
Yeah.
Whether it's wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing, right? You gotta be able to protect yourself in one way or another, right?
Yeah.
Or at least walk around with a confidence. Just that alone will keep people off your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think. But I know, as a father, I feel very proud that my daughter's in law enforcement, so she's had to actually use jiu-jitsu in the streets.
Yeah.
Right? Because today these cops can't go and beat up people, but they can. I see all these videos of these cops, and they have a hard time controlling people. It's like, man, if you just did this, if you just did that.
Right.
It's easier said than done, right?
Yeah.
In the moment, whatever. But it's helped her.
Yeah.
It's helped her. So it makes me proud that I know she can take care of herself.
Yeah.
And my son too.
Yeah. It's good. Okay. So what's your philosophy when it comes to teaching martial arts?
I would say for teaching, I take a lot of pride in really spending time with individuals, I mean, I've taken people after class and helped them, and I try to explain it in a way that will help their body type, right? Because not everything works for everybody, right? People got short arms, people got longer arms, some people can't have trouble with darces or whatever you want, right? So I really try to spend a lot of time, even when I teach something, right, and we break and they start rolling, I'm watching everybody. And even if I have to stop you in the middle of a match and help you at that moment, fix that. I'm hoping, I hope that people understand that my passion is just the success of the students, right?
Yeah.
It's not about anything else. Yeah. And when I see things, you know what I mean? If I show somebody something, a year later they're still kind of playing with it, whatever, right? And making it better for themselves.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
You know? But like I said, everybody kind of develops their own game over time, you know what I mean? But it's I damn sure don't know everything about jiu-jitsu. I'm learning every day. I'm always watching it. I'm studying it all the time. But success, man. I just want to see everybody succeed no matter what.
Okay, that's fair. So we'll jump into the category of firearms, business, and competition. So you mentioned that you held a federal firearms license for 16 years. So what first drew you to the firearms industry?
I've always been a gun nut since I was a kid, man. BB guns and all that good stuff, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The military, you know what I mean? There's nothing like, even grenades, man. Nothing like throwing grenades.
Yeah.
Not too many people can say they've done that before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a rush.
Yeah, that's a rush. Man, I think, I don't know. I mean, I think it mainly comes from hunting, although I'm primarily a bow hunter. But,
yeah.
Precision, accuracy. You know, I just love the mechanics of guns, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
It's just something I've always loved, man, for self-protection or home defense or whatever the case may be. But I just love everything guns, man.
Okay.
Everything
So since a
guns.
kid, you just drew onto it right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, let's see, about 4 or 5 years ago, I started getting into USPSA, which is practical shooting.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, what did owning a small firearms business teach you about responsibility and leadership?
Man, okay, when it comes to having a federal firearms license, right, you got to go through an extensive background check with the ATF. And when you do that background check, the ATF will come to your house and interview you in person.
Oh, no shit.
So that's kind of a trippy thing about
Wow.
that, right? And then when you have your federal firearms license, that also gives them the ability to basically knock on your door and say, what we want to inspect your inventory and your paperwork.
Yeah.
So, not only dealing with the ATF, you're also dealing with the small business. So you got your taxes, you got to have all that stuff in a row, right? And,
Yeah.
Everything's got to be squared away. Your paperwork it's crucial, right? If there's mistakes, you're gonna get caught on it. Your inventory, the reason why what I was doing was essentially a kitchen table dealer. So bought and sold firearms. A lot of people would come to me randomly, you get a call, hey, I want to buy this firearm, I can get this firearm for you. One of the things that kind of turned me off about it is like, you got random people, because you can't just meet somebody in the parking lot and fill out a 4473 and they walk away with a firearm, right? I mean, you can do the background check then, but they have to come to your actual physical location, right? So you got kind of random people showing up buying guns, I'm like,
Yeah.
people setting me up, I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's just, I got my family there, you know what I mean? But it was cool, to be honest. There's not a lot of money to be made in firearms. You got to sell a lot of them. I know gun stores, they make a lot of money on their accessories, not so much firearms. So people think if a Glock costs $500, the dealer got it for $250. No, No, I won't tell you what the margins are, but they're not like that. 8 to 10%. Let's put it that way. Maybe, yeah. So,
Okay.
but it was cool, man. I mean, yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
It was cool. Yeah.
Cool. What's up, everybody? This podcast is brought to you and sponsored by the Rock Family Therapy. Not every battle is fought in combat. Some are fought in silence, in your head, in your home, or behind the mask you wear every day. At the Rock Family Therapy, they stand with those who fight to rise again. Veterans, first responders, parents, or anyone carrying the weight of trauma, loss, or stress. This isn't just talk therapy. It's rebuilding from the inside out. It's mental conditioning for life. A place to reset, refocus, and rise stronger. Whether your uniform is military, professional, or just the armor you put on to make it through the day. If you're ready to face what's been holding you back, they're ready for you. Call or text 505-336-0238 or email r.villy@therockfamilytherapy.com or visit therockfamilytherapy.com because warriors come in many forms and every warrior needs a rock. What's up, everybody? This podcast is sponsored and brought to you by Toehold. As you know, I've been a long-time customer and supporter of Toehold. I'll give you 3 reasons why I love this company. 1 is because they're huge supporters of veterans, law enforcement, and first responders. 2nd reason is because everything is American-made with integrity as it should be. And 3rd reason is because they have the best customer service that you'll ever receive with timely responses. Now, their main focus is flip-flops that'll last you a lifetime, but they also sell caps, shirts, rash guards, wallets, you name it. One of my favorite ethically sourced exotic leathers here is Murder Hippo flip-flops. We got stingray, elephant, crocodile, and if you don't want an exotic leather, you got different options on vegetable tan leather with stamps and colors. And going to the wallets here, we got zebra, we got stingray, we got John Wayne style minimalist wallet, and then going to the key fobs. So guys, go show your support. You have so many options with different exotic leathers. Go show your support for AG and Toehold. Tell them I sent you. Thank you. Peace out. Let's see. Okay, we'll jump into the USPSA. So you do compete, as you mentioned, and for those who don't know what it is, it's U.S. Practical Shooting Association. What do you enjoy most about that environment and community?
First and foremost, I am a white belt in USPSA. I'm not that good. I do have some friends that are in the master class, so they've taught me a lot. It's just like anything else, right? It's just anything new, right? Whether it's hunting, jiu-jitsu, whatever, right? Something new, and it goes along with what I love, firearms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you better, faster, makes you more proficient,
Mm-hmm.
safety, the whole works, right? But, I mean, you can go to the range and go and pop off a few rounds of some cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in USPSA, you're running and gunning and shooting multiple targets, right?
Yeah.
Barricades and, you know what I mean? It's practical shooting.
Yeah.
There's no other way to define that.
Yeah.
Right? Practical. So, I mean, I know some dudes that are just amazing. And it comes down to seconds, right? You run a course and it's whatever, 10 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're at 11 seconds, there's 15 dudes that did it in 8 seconds. You know what I mean? And like, you look at them like, I thought I was moving just as fast as them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's all about accuracy.
Yeah.
And movement, and you know what I mean? And it's a life skill.
Yeah.
Just like anything else, right?
Yeah.
If that's your only mode of protection, that's probably one of the best things that you could probably do for yourself is get yourself involved actually using your firearm.
Mm-hmm.
Not just going up to the range and pop, shoot up a couple rounds and
Yeah.
you hit the target, you think I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a little stressful, right? There's a little running involved. It's stressful, and you know what I mean. You got to worry about run the course the correct way.
Yeah. And all the fundamentals on top of that.
Yeah. Keeping your firearm down range, keeping everybody safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you had to do that inside your home, right? You're a little quicker about it. You're a little quicker with it. You practice it all the time, right? Just like anything else. Because if you don't do jiu-jitsu all the time, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose the timing. Just like firearms, the same way.
Yeah. It's funny because in the Army, they tell us all the time. That's why they kind of changed the qualifications for your shooting. But they used to say, like, your target. It's funny because your target, when you're shooting for quals, your targets don't move. So you're like,
Yeah.
it's different when
Yeah.
you're actually shooting at moving targets and you're moving and
Oh, man, yeah.
cover and concealment and putting everything together. People don't realize how much of that it takes and how stressful it is sometimes to
Yeah.
put it all together. But
Well, as far as going back to like even like hunting, right? There's people that do like competitions where they'll run with a backpack and then they'll for 100 yards and they'll stop and shoot their bow. Well, man, you're moving and you know your peep sights all over the place and you're trying to shoot at a silhouette or something.
yeah,
Versus being stationary in a tree stand or in a blind or whatever. Right.
Right.
It's just if you love something, man, you're just gonna be all in. no
right.
matter what.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're going to jump into outdoors and lifestyle. So you spent a lot of time bow hunting and guiding. What keeps you passionate about the outdoors?
Man, who doesn't love the mountains? Who doesn't love being out there with nature in God's country?
Yeah.
If you're sitting on a ridge, and I always come back to my faith, especially my grandfather. He was the only other person in my life that hunted.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting up on a ridge, looking out into the beautiful mountains. If you don't think that there's a God, there's something wrong with you.
Mhm.
If you look out there and see all that beauty
Mm-hmm.
and the creation, man, there's nothing like it. Just being out there with nature, you know, it's,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful. I mean, hunting's tough. It's not easy, man. People over the years. I mean, I've been hunting for years, and it took me a long time. It took me a long time to accumulate gear and learn areas and putting in freaking miles and miles on my boots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So going back to something that I love, right? People have asked me over the years, "Hey, I want to go hunting with you." Like, okay, but do you have this? Do you have that? Are you ready for this? Like, they're like, you know what I mean? They think that they could just go out and go just hang out and
Just
whatever.
pack a bag and be like,
bag,
"Yeah, let's go."
Pack some beef jerky and just hit it, right? It's a lot of preparation. It's a lot of preparation, man, and not only before the hunt, but after the hunt.
Yeah.
Before the hunt, that you're spending weeks on days and weeks scouting. You know what I mean? Looking for where the elk might be. You go and hunt. You're successful. Now you got to figure out how you're going to pack that elk out 2 miles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to be prepared. You got to know how to do it.
Mm.
It took me a long time to do that, to learn all that. You know what I mean? I've learned from other really good friends of mine. But yeah, man, it's the passion. But there's a lot to hunting, man. You can't just go out there. Some people go out there and just get lucky. You know what I mean? You can get lucky, but hunting, 10% skill, 90% luck.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't hunt because I was like, it's not an excuse, but I didn't have anybody around
Yeah.
that hunted, so
Yeah.
I just never was introduced to that. So
And I don't know exactly what drew me to it. I know my grandfather, he passed when I was like 10 years old.
yeah.
He hunted. I know he hunted. Never went hunting with him, but my dad, none of my cousins, and I don't really know where I got to drive to do that, to
Yeah.
hunt.
Yeah.
Man, but I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I got family now that do hunt.
Yeah. I hear nothing but good things about it though. It's like,
Yeah,
especially the amount of food that you bring in too.
Yeah.
For
Yeah. My son, he went on a youth hunt years ago. And that's another thing he wasn't really into is hunting.
Uh-huh.
I put him in for youth hunts. His last youth hunt, I think he was like 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Took a good buddy of mine, a jiu-jitsu teammate. He wanted to come and check it out. And we got lucky. The very first morning, the first 15 minutes of the day, we had already hiked 2 miles, right? We had already hiked 2 miles into this area.
Yeah.
But within 15 minutes, we were done.
Wow.
I had to tell him, it ain't always like this.
Yeah.
But it was a cool experience for him.
Yeah.
And the weather got really shitty the next day, so we were pretty lucky. Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, cool. So, is there a hunting or guiding story that stands out as especially memorable or meaningful for you?
Man, I got a lot of them, man. My most meaningful hunts, not necessarily of my own, but other hunts I've been on with friends and family.
Okay, interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like going back to jiu-jitsu, I love people. I love. I'm not selfish at all, so I love watching their happiness. You know, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
It's easier for me because I don't have pressure. Right? If I'm with somebody on a hunt, I don't have the pressure. I don't have the pressure to be successful. That's on their back, not my back. So if it's successful, it's all. I'm glad I was a part of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I got memorable hunts with my son. Man, that kid had trouble putting down a few animals, but we did it. You know?
Yeah.
His very first elk, he shot him in the butt. His last deer, he shot him in the head. So I was like, bro, you need to get it in vitals.
Get the grouping together.
Yeah. But man, it's nice to be with somebody that's successful, especially their first hunt, and they're successful, or first successful hunt, I should say.
Yeah.
That's nothing like it to me. I love it. I love seeing their happiness.
Yeah. So have they all been bow hunting for the most part, or
no? Been both, a little bit of both.
Okay.
For me, mainly bow hunting. I've had some successful rifle hunts.
Okay.
For elk in particular, it's all bow hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is not a question that I had planned, but now that we're talking about it, what is the significance for you in bow hunting rather than shooting a firearm?
Man, bow hunting elk, there's nothing like it. When you're out in the mountains in September during the rut, and you hear all the bulls bugling and screaming in the rut and cows chirping, and being out there in nature. And I mean, it's okay. So in my early journey of hunting, I did use a rifle, and you could shoot it whatever 200, 300 yards away. But
Yeah.
I was so passionate about it, I wanted to get in there a little closer.
Yeah.
I wanted to try harder. I wanted to get, you know what I mean, be one with them. You know what I mean? And bow hunting takes you to that place where you gotta be very proficient.
It's a little more primal for sure.
Well, it is. I mean, especially if you use a recurve. Right?
Yeah.
But I use a compound bow.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad bow hunts too, so that's why he's like, but he lives in Missouri, so
Yeah.
like I don't hunt obviously, like I just mentioned, but he
Yeah, the East Coast hunting is much different than Western hunting for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of those guys, I think, seems like they hunt out of like a lot of blinds and tree stands, and it's not so much like that here. It's
Right,
it's
yeah.
stalking, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta get in close.
That's interesting. Okay.
Just get lucky.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll jump into your career and work ethic. So you've been with Lumen for 26 years. What's kept you motivated in such a long career?
You know, just like anything, man, just raising a family, you know?
Yeah.
It's something that I just happened to stumble upon when I got out of the Army. And when I got out, I worked for a contractor for a little while, and I had the opportunity to apply with U.S. West at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing it ever since, man. And it's a good career, you know what I mean? I'm not college educated, so I had to work my ass off my whole life, you know what I mean? Work for a living.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's coming closer and closer to the end, you know, but hopefully in the next 4 to 5 years I can retire, enjoy life, do some more hunting, maybe some more jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
just like anything, you know what I mean? Time passes by so fast.
Yeah.
I remember showing up that day, and remember old timers, you know, at the time I'm thinking these guys got 20 years, and like they're old. They're wearing glasses to see shit. Now I'm that dude. But I remember these guys like, man, it's gonna go by. You're gonna have 20 years like that. It's like, man, 26 years later,
Yeah.
it's like yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like yesterday.
Yeah, not a lot of people can say that they stuck with the company that long, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you balance work, martial arts, competition shooting, hunting, and family life?
You know, your kids grow. My kids are older.
Yeah.
They're in their 20s, so that makes it much easier. But you know, when they're younger, it's all about them. And man, I spend as much time with my kids as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always worked 40 hours a week, so I mean, and I had the pressure of working long hours. You know what I mean? So I always had time for them and for things that I love doing, and ability to take vacation when I wanted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was always like in the phone company. I'm union, so I'm with CWA. So it's all about seniority. I've always been lucky in that aspect, where I've always been at the top tier of seniority. I just the way it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to take vacation when I needed to, when I wanted to, for the things that I love, spend time with my family or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So we'll jump into faith and values. As a Christian and a proud American, how do your faith and values influence your approach to everyday life?
Well, I was raised Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the Army. And I did, it wasn't what I set out to do, but in say like basic training, right? You're training 6 days a week, Sundays, sometimes, you got to do, whatever the fuck, pick up cigarette butts, whatever, right?
No, right.
So, or you had the option to go to church,
Right.
right? Well, I'd go to multiple denominations so I could get out of doing shit. I'd go to Catholic, I'd go to Baptist, whatever was available, I'd go, man. Get out of the barracks. So I found it like so different, because I had never in my life been to another denomination other than Catholic in my whole life.
Yeah.
And it's very structured, it's different.
Yeah.
And when I went to Baptist church, I was like, man, this is so different. They preach differently. So anyway, later on in life, I started going to a non-denomination church, and I found that it's like, man, I learned so much. It's just, I don't want to knock any other religion, but I feel like Christianity, Christian faith, it's like what I've been able to learn and pick up. I've learned, you know what I mean? I don't remember really learning much growing up. It's just different, It's just different, but
It is.
yeah. I try to think about my faith, and I pray every day. Try to read the Bible every day,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm always slipping. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
Sometimes you go to church and you're all faithful that minute, and as soon as you get on the street, you got road rage.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah, we're human.
Or you're worried about something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Worrying is a sin.
Mm-hmm.
It means that you don't have faith and trust in God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm always sinning. I'm always catching myself slipping, but I always come back to my faith, right? Say a quick little prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had ups and downs in my life, and faith has always brought me out of those things. And it's funny, it's so strange for me personally that if I'm going through something, I want to open up the Bible, and it just happens to be there.
Mm.
The Bible tells me what I need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that happens to everybody, but man, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
No, it's powerful, for sure.
Powerful, yeah.
No, I grew up Catholic too, and I didn't start going to Christian church, like even for basic training, like you just mentioned. That's the first time I heard of the word Protestant, and I was like, "What the heck is like?" There's no Christian category here, because I wanted to go to church too every Sunday, and I was like, well, "What's Protestant?" They're like, "Well, the closest thing to Christian is Protestant," so that's the one I started attending to and growing a little more closer to God too. But yeah, no, I was raised Catholic too, and it is two different approaches to it. So no, but it's powerful for sure.
Yeah.
So in today's divided climate, how do you stay grounded in your beliefs while keeping open communication with others? Yeah.
How do I stay grounded? Humble. I'm humble.
Yeah.
I'm humble, man. Humility
Yes.
is huge in your life, you know what I mean? I'm not Superman. I know where I stand in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always treat people as they treat with respect,
Right.
I always, can't always expect it, you know what I mean? But you can do your best in your own self, you know what I mean? To treat somebody well, hold the door open, say thank you, yes ma'am, no ma'am, you know what I mean? I brought my kids up the same way. They do that to this day. It makes me very proud,
Good.
And even, at the time I'm not thinking about, I'm trying to show them, but but I want to be an example, you know what I mean, for them and whoever else I come across, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just humble, man. Just a lot. Again, going back to jiu-jitsu, it's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lifestyle, right? But I mean, not that I ever had it. Maybe in my early 20s, I had a little bit of an ego, right? Thought I was invincible, whatever.
Yeah.
Looking back, but you know, maybe it has to do with age. You know what I mean? Being humbled millions and millions of times in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just, yeah, man.
Okay.
Hope that answered your question.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like I said, it's your show. You answer it however you want. So, this is the last question here. So we're gonna close it off, and then it's reflection, right? So looking back, what's one piece of advice that you'd give to your younger self, or to someone walking a similar path?
I'm always saying if I only knew then what I know now, and it's, you can, I mean, whether it's financially, career-wise, right? I mean, I goofed around in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back, I'm like, all those things that I was learning, I'm interested in them now, right? I like history or whatever, math. I love math for some reason. At 52 years old, like astro, you know, I watch like physicists, and I listen to like astrophysicists and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
You know, like that dude a lot. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
all these things that like I think look back, I'm like, man, if I was just had my shit together, my head on straight, wasn't doing what I was doing back then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe things would be, I mean, I'm not saying I regret anything now, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure wish jiu-jitsu was in the States when I was a kid. I wish I would have been able to, you know, be these young guys training that you see now. Like, damn, they're all, you know, when you start in your 30s, your body hurts a little bit more to be able to, yeah. But let's see. Yeah, there's so many things. Faith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Been a little bit more faithful throughout my life.
Yeah.
And follow that path a little bit better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just immature, you know, just being immature, you know.
Yeah.
Not, you know, it's funny because now I find myself preaching to young people, and I know what's going in one ear and out the other, just like it did with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? With life, you know what I mean? You turn a certain age, you know, it's just weird. Like the minute I turned 50, I'm like, really started thinking about how short life really is. You know what I mean? And wake up every day, man. I wake up every day, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up every day, thank God I'm breathing on my own and I'm healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And if I could go back in time, I'd appreciate every single one of those days that I had in my life, because man, we're here for a split second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, enjoy your family, love your family, especially like you got young kids. It's like I always see these people with babies or young kids, and sometimes you don't. It's like man. I mean, I feel like I've spent a lot of time with my kids, but man, I don't think I really appreciated it the way I think I should have. You know what I mean? Like even with relationships, right? Building
Mm-hmm.
stronger relationships with people, friends and family or whatever, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's life's beautiful and it's short. So yeah, I mean, I think a high percentage of young men don't appreciate what they have until, you know, we're older. Because the same thing. Like when I was younger, I was stupid. I was a knucklehead. I did dumb shit. Older people telling me things, like you said, just goes in one ear out the other. It's just like you got to experience it for yourself to realize what you have,
Right.
to realize what advice you were given. So now I catch myself. I'm not as old. Like I'm almost to 40 right now myself. But now I catch myself telling young kids things too,
Mm-hmm.
like giving advice. So,
Yeah.
and as I started jiu-jitsu in my mid-30s too. So it's like a similar path, but
Yeah.
no, that's good words of advice for people out there, the audience. So that being my last question, I'll open it up to you if you want to talk about anything we didn't talk about, or if you want to mention anything. And then not only that, but you can make shout outs, plugs, whatever you need.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
How's your jiu-jitsu doing?
You put me on the spot. It's good. It's good. To be honest, like, I'm transparent, so I'll be honest 100%. I'm like in a path right now where the last time I competed, I did lose by 2 points. So that was only my second loss ever. So it impacted me differently from my first loss. So it put me right now on a cross path, not to quit or anything. Like, no, I'm still going to be, dedicated to it. But it gave me a different perspective on competition itself. Like, it's not always going to be about winning, right? That's what I was focused on when I started. It was just win, 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 win. But the second loss humbled me even more than my first one.
It's supposed to.
So it's right now I'm just like at a mindset where it's like, don't even worry about winning. Competition is not even a priority to me anymore. It's just more of training and progressing. So that's where I'm at right now. I've recently become a coach too, so teaching is way different from learning. Mm-hmm. So I'm learning that too.
That's the other part of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
The other part of teaching.
Yeah.
Or learning is teaching.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's changed my approach on the mats too, like coaching itself. So no, it's great. I love my journey. Like you said, starting in your mid-30s, your body's already hurting, especially from like army shit. Yeah. So like all the infantry stuff has put a toll on me already. So I feel it every day, which is why I try to take care of my body more and more every day. But no, I mean, I love where I'm at in my jiu-jitsu journey right now. And I'm looking forward to great things. I just want to learn as much as I can from as many people as I can, whether they're white belt or black belt. So
another thing you hear in jiu-jitsu that's very common is if you're not losing, you're not learning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to competition. When I've competed, the losses that I've had, you remember those losses and how you lost.
Yeah.
And you work on those things.
Yeah.
You work on those things, and you become a better jiu-jitsu practitioner by every time you lose, whether it's in class or competition.
Mm-hmm.
And that what's defines who you are and what your game becomes. You know what I mean? Is because you don't always want to get caught in a bow and arrow choke, and then you learn how to escape that. You don't always want to get caught in triangles. You learn, because you got caught 5 times in a day or in a night, right?
Yeah.
You develop ways on not getting into that position in the first place, because if you're already there, it's too fucking late.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So it's good, man. It's the humility is. It's the truth. You know what I mean? The mats don't lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And no matter what you do, man.
Yeah, and I think that the thing that impacted me the most, and I'm glad it happened. I'm glad I did, take that learning lesson there, is just that it happened on the biggest stage in the world for me. It was at Worlds.
Yeah.
So I'm going to redeem myself with the different mindset that I have now. I'm actually going to go compete at No-Gi Worlds in December.
Nice.
And I'll just take it from there. It'll be my first purple belt tournament. So I'm excited. I'm doing everything I can. I'm actually going up a weight class. So I've started a weight training program that'll help me bulk up a little bit before then, without losing the mobility and agility, because I'm already up in age. So I think that's important. But
speaking of No-Gi World Championships, shout out to Esteban Martinez, former No-Gi World Champion. I used to be a former training partner of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, he just competed in that, not the UFC, it's called something else, but it's part of the UFC, the new jiu-jitsu.
Oh, the UFC BJJ?
Yeah. Yeah, he just competed in that.
Okay.
He just lost. It was a time limit thing, but he just...
Yeah.
He's known as the Giant Killer. YouTube him. He's a badass.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Any more shout-outs that you need to throw out there, or mentions or anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then last but not least, where can the audience follow you on social media?
I don't even know the name of my... I mean, I've got Instagram and shit, but I don't know what the hell you call it. call sign or whatever.
Your I don't even know, a tag. I think it's a tag.
Yeah.
Or
I'm not. I
something
don't
else.
have a big presence on social media, so.
Okay.
I don't know.
No worries.
I don't do Snapchat. None of that shit.
Yeah, no worries. That's
I got
cool.
Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
but I don't. Like I said, you won't find me in a gi. You won't find me. You know what I mean? It's not just who I am.
Yeah. No, and I think people will appreciate that humility.
Yeah.
For sure.
Stay on the down low.
Good. Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind.
That's the best
Just
way to do
just
it.
like work.
Cool. No worries. Well, I'll throw your tags on the description of the video when it comes out anyway.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that was my last question. You've done your end of the things, so I'll go ahead and close it out here. So I hope you guys enjoyed another episode of Small Talk on the Mats with my guest Richard. And yeah, go give him a follow, get a peek into his life as we got to know him here on this episode here. And until next time, we'll see you on another episode of Small Talk on the Mats. Peace out, guys.